Welcome back to the Philippines and my channel. Today I want to reflect on what Filipinos will drop everything to participate in. Got to thinking after this Easter weekend, I thought it would be a good topic. When I travel around to different countries, it's different things. When I was in Albania, they had what was called Euro 2022. And I was there during it. It was basically the football championships for all the different countries playing against each other in Europe, whether it be England or facing off against France. But it was a huge multi-week tournament where they were doing that, and everything shut down in Albania in the evenings when they were doing the 3 games a day, and all of the coffee shops, all of the bars had TVs pulled out, and every Albanian stopped everything that they were doing to watch that. So I want to talk about in this video the Philippines and the things that they have that they drop everything for. So one of them is Easter week, and we just finished Easter here. I went out to a party on Saturday and had a big fiesta. It was had the lechon and all the food. I'll show you right here where I invaded where they were actually cooking the lechon, and later the finished product. Time to invade. See the lechon. All right, so we're at the party before it begins. The lechon's off of the cooking place, and we can see it before it gets destroyed by everybody. Yummy. You can see tons of people turned out for that party. It was so fun. It was so fiesta. It was just really, if you haven't been to a Filipino party where you've got lots of family coming in, doing the lechon and everything, you really have missed out on life. It's really wonderful. But for the entire Easter week, things just typically start to shut down here in the Philippines. And so what we saw was on Good Friday especially, and obviously on Easter Day, that everything shuts down. I mean, the stores shut down, everybody just rolls up the streets and they go home. And the entire country, because it's so important, it's such an important holiday to them, they basically take off. Malls shut down, all kinds of things. It's really hard sometimes just to find some services. Now, this year was much easier than when I was here last year at the same time. There were some things open, so you were able to, stop and find gasoline and stuff like that. But last year, it was really closed down. And it seems to be across the Philippines that people basically leave the big cities during Easter week, such as Davao or Cebu, or especially Metro Manila, and they head back to their home provinces, and that's why so much shuts down in a lot of these different places. So another thing that basically stops Filipino men in their tracks is whenever there is a basketball game going on between popular teams. One of the first times that I actually saw this, I was over at my to-be in-laws house at the time in Digo City, and there was a local person who was on one of the basketball teams there, and everybody shut down and went to watch this televised basketball game on TV. I later actually went to, he had a barber shop there, and I actually got a haircut there when I was in Digo's last time. But anyway, it shut down, and you would go up to there would be billiard halls with TVs in them, and all the pedicab drivers or tricycle drivers, if you want to call them, would be pulled over and stopped, and all inside there in the middle of the day watching these basketball games, because it is so popular with the men here in the Philippines. I just absolutely love it. With females, it's beauty pageants. So any sort of beauty pageant, you'll be at a mall and there'll be a local one. I actually entered into one that was not exactly a regular beauty pageant, as you can see. But anyway, there was tons of people that had stopped for that one. And then when the real beauty pageant, the young ladies later in the evening, tons of people showed up for that. everybody took off for the day, went out to these beauty pageants. But when they have like a Miss America or Miss Philippines to go to Miss America pageant, the whole country shuts down and watches those pageants on the television as they're broadcast. If you put up a YouTube video the same day that they're putting up a Miss Universe contest, forget about it. Nobody's gonna watch it. And they do exceptionally well in these beauty contests. They take it serious here. It's almost, it's like there's a whole industry developed around it because they do so well in these international beauty contests. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying this. It tells YouTube that other people like you might be interested in the content. Really helps the channel grow. And also hit the subscribe button if you ever want to see content from this channel again. And the final one is boxing. So Manny, who I think is actually from Mindanao, he's now like a senator, but whenever he was having fights when I was here in the Philippines before, like back in 2016 even, I think 17, he was fighting somebody real famous. Everything shut down when he was having that boxing tournaments because he was a genuine national hero. I mean, you didn't say anything bad about Manny in the Philippines, or you would certainly have gotten an earful from a Filipino. Now, he's got a little bit, I mean, it's not exactly the same since he ran for president in here. I've heard some negative comments since then, but still, I guarantee you, if he were to go out there and have a fight today, the entire country would shut down and root for him if he were still fighting. All right, guys, I hope you found that entertaining. It was just my thoughts after having spent this Holy Week here about how different countries that you're in, things just is so important to them, and it kind of shuts down the country and all the people take notice of it. Those are the 4 that I've observed here in the Philippines. If you know of another one that the Philippines shuts down for, go ahead and list it in the comments so that, you know, I can make observations about that in another video, or at least I'll pay attention to it to realize what I've missed. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for watching.